Hi, this is Deacon John Wilson, Education Enrichment Director for West Angeles Church, here to talk about an interesting topic, which is, can I appeal for more money from my private college? Now, I'm going to step back and say first, it's highly unlikely that you'll ever get an appeal from a state school, and I'll explain it more in a minute. It's much harder because of state laws and things like that. A lot of you want for out-of-state schools. And the question is whether they can get you more federal money. And the federal law is very, very dependent on income. So there's really no way. Now the question is, can you get a private school? I would say it's very to give you more money. Now they might give you more money, but if the mountain you have to climb is 55 or 60,000 or 45,000 or $40,000, sure, they might blow you another 5,000. It's not, the question is, can you get a significant amount? A lot of you don't know what you want it to go down to. You just say you don't want to pay anything. One advice I can give you is get an amount in your mind. And then if you don't believe what you hear in this video, ask them for that amount. And when they don't give it to you, look at another school. But private schools have no motivation these days to give you more money. And the schools that I know of that will give you a good upfront financial aid award package, most of you don't want. You don't want those schools. Now, I can do a video on that, but I don't know what good it'll do you if you've already decided you're not going to do those schools. Because this March, it's the beginning of March now, and by this time, you're settled, you want a certain couple of schools, and you're finding they're very expensive. Now, if you're with me, you have at least a few affordable alternatives. And maybe next video I'll talk about that. But let's talk about, can I appeal for my child to get more money from a private school? And you all really, I really should say, can I get a significant amount that will make me want to send them? And my advice was, and I'm going to say it again, please have an amount in your mind. How much debt are you willing to? How much per month are you willing to pay? In the next video, I'll show you the plus loan chart. But that's really the question. What are you willing to pay? I don't want to pay anything. I don't want any debt. That's unrealistic. You're going to have debt above and beyond the student loan. It's going to be a parent loan for some of these schools you guys are asking about. That goes for HBCU, which are private Black colleges. Some of the traditionally Black colleges are a great buy, but most people I talk to, they're not interested in those. I don't know why you wouldn't be Norfolk State or Virginia State or Delaware State. These are going to be affordable. If you hurry, I don't know if we have the deadline for Southern. I don't know, but they have pretty good too as far as getting money. But those schools cost less too. So that's part of the financial aid, that they cost way less. I mean, Hampton's about $50,000 a year, and Norfolk State, right across the bridge, is about $38,000 a year. And plus, they have a lot of nice grants for GPA. But a lot of you are not interested in those schools. You know, you want the big four: Spelman, Morehouse, Hampton, to a certain extent, Howard, are all just going to be very expensive private colleges, just like the white ones. Makes no difference, white one. I should say majority. But nevertheless, how do I get more money? There are some mistaken notions that you automatically can get more money by asking. A couple of schools I've heard, there's people in AVED or counselors and even teachers telling students, if you want more money, just ask for it. That was in a way different era that when I first started doing this, that might have been true. But now these private schools are rigid about their costs. You're just not going to ask for it and get it. You're going to do an appeal. Appeal isn't where you ask for more money and you get it. What does a court appeal mean? Step back, everybody. Think about this. What does a court appeal mean? You were treated unfairly in the case, or there's new evidence. So something that seemed right before during the trial is actually wrong. or something was done wrong in the process to you. Most people I talk to, when I question them, there's nothing wrong, they just not getting no money. There has to be something wrong. Now, occasionally colleges will award more money if something substantially changes. I mean, like you need a new roof and you have a sick and you lost your job. Some private schools will find some money. But is it going to be enough to make a difference? Listen, last year, I'm going to start calling these schools out. Last year, I had a student whose parents made $38,000 a year. Father was disabled, or one parent was disabled. I was trying to go to LMU. And in previous years, I've been able to get him more money. They said he had to pay 35. They cut it to 30,000 or 28,000. Now, how's that family going to pay that? You're just inviting a lot of debt on people who can't repay it. I don't know, private schools, you got to have something wrong. And even then, it's limited what they'll do. The solution is to have schools on your list that are affordable and then pray about it. If you want to take the debt, parents, think your career is stable enough to do it, and your Social Security won't be ruined. We're happy. I know people who their Social Security check goes to pay off loans from their kids, and their kids went to school 10, 15 years ago. And these youth are not fighting to help their parents out and pay that bill. Sorry to be so truthful like this, but somebody's got to tell you the truth. It's hard getting money from these schools, especially Black ones. I'm calling it like it is. They don't. That's the other side of Black college. Private Black, those four I talked about. The other one I include in there is Xavier. To a lesser extent, Fisk too. They're all private Black colleges. They're expensive. All right, that's all I got. Sorry it's a little long. I hope that answered questions. Don't believe these teachers. They tell you just ask for more money, and and there's another strange thing happening also I'll cover in the very next video. It'll be shorter than the one after. I want to cover some more things about parent costs for college. Watch closely. You'll see a 3-part on this. Thank you very much. Bye-bye now.